Hello, buddy. I am FTA.
I'm T-Bay.
I'm Jono.
And I'm Don Wilson.
And we're back for World 3 of Ninja Turtles. Today, I should be the one who eats feet. And who will you be, Jack?
Let's see. Oh, I'll be the best turtle.
My man knows.
No points for sucking up, Jack. No points.
You know, I was actually just gonna start that off by saying, if you were to rank the turtles from most favorite to least favorite, what would they be, Jack? So we know you would start with Donnie.
I think then it goes Raph, Mikey, and then Leo at the bottom.
Yeah, but we might as well. Jonathan?
Why don't I have this already prepared? I had notes. Damn it.
That's gonna be a test.
I don't know. Leo's probably the bottom.
Who is?
Leo's the bottom.
He is.
Yeah.
Chicka bow bow.
Splinter, Shredder.
I say, so this is the start of animation made specifically for this game, and you can tell.
Yeah.
Because it's all pixely.
It's so bad.
And it's just like
This
not
is so
as fluid.
weird.
I will say, like, you wouldn't expect it from a company that is kind of notoriously as cheap as 4Kids, but at least the first few scenes of Turtles is beautifully animated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a good looking show. It's stylish, animation's very fluid and detailed. Look at those. For some reason, they have this really weird frame of lip sync where the tongue is like sticking up. And I'm like, tongues don't work that way.
Look at his mascara.
It's
Beautiful.
Like, it's like people don't use people don't use L that much.
Yes.
You know?
Now, what are these turtle creatures?
Okay. Oh gosh, who's my favorite turtle? Maybe Raph.
Wrong.
Raph. I don't know. And then it's a tie between Donnie and Mikey, and then I don't care about Leo. You can go home, Cyclops.
Sclops. TJ, how are you?
It's a tie between Raph and Donnie.
For best?
Yeah, Mikey and then Leo.
Yeah.
What if it was just classic April from the 80s show that they were watching?
There was an episode in 4Kids where she dons like the
jumpsuit.
The jumpsuit and pretends to be a reporter. I like that moment where Leonardo speaking to him and tells him to shut up, right? I would say like probably Nickelodeon was the first time I feel they made Leonardo interested in any way, shape or form. Because he's normally just so fucking. He's just like the leader who's always has to win. The like 4Kids in like later seasons it just becomes like Leonardo.
Yeah, it's the Leonardo show all the
Yeah,
way.
he like defeats everyone.
Yeah, like it doesn't give like any of
And
the
then
other
he
turtles a chance
gives
to shine.
people a car. I'm like, Leo!
You see, he gives people a car, but he makes them pay for the tax, which fucks them a lot of people over. You know, the fucking.
At least now Leo has his own network, so it's not on daytime television. And, I guess he's still got the magazine, but, whatever.
No one gives a shit, but no one reads magazines anymore.
L magazine.
I was saying, in terms of.
I guess Leo magazine would work too, because
In terms of the music, the score isn't done by people who worked on the show, but I was shocked to hear that because they sound like the instrumentation, the themes. It just sounds like the 4Kids score.
Sounds like it was ripped right out of it.
Which I think I think the 4Kids show had really good themes.
Hey, I'll get him.
I just want to give him this to go on for eternity.
4!
He's never gonna come that way.
What?
Was that really that bad? we all turned our heads to look at you.
You should be shame. Look at those. Look at him. Look at his proportions. What is he? Man or mutanimal?
Both. He's a mighty mutanimal.
He's a replacement for Pigeon Pete.
He's a mighty
good one. You control that out.
Oh shit.
He's a mighty mute Danimals. He's a yogurt man.
That's what happened after 4Kids.
They sold out completely.
That's the customers.
I miss blowing into cartridges and stuff. I think that's how I broke one of my games. I think that's how I broke my first Genesis, is I blew into the slot and just a glob of spit, and I was like, damn it, that wasn't supposed to go in there.
That's also how Superman broke his games.
Ice breath.
Dad, it happened again!
I can't play Super Mario Brothers 3 when it's frozen.
No.
You think the Kents let him play NES? No.
This house, it's Genesis only.
I don't think that's Han's voice actor.
No, Smug Hun. Hey Hun, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
We're turtles now. Eat feet!
Eat feet. Eat feet. They're like turtle supremacists.
What?
They're beating up all these ninjas and people, like furthering their
Ninjas can't be people.
Ninjas can't be people.
They don't have rights. They're working on it in the bill to Congress.
It looks like Mikey has like a little piece of meat that he's just hanging with his teeth.
I always thought that was like a sausage or something.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I guess Mikey doesn't like pizza.
Well, I think the 4Kids one show may have been the first time they really tried to differentiate their designs, aside from the movies. I think it was the first time the movies had their different faces and builds and shit like that.
Yeah.
But now they're like different like skin tones.
Yeah, they have different skin tones. They actually have different faces as well. The faces, are different. But really, because I thought in the comics, like if you go back and read the original Mirage comic books, unless you can clearly see what weapon the turtle was holding, you have no idea who the fuck they are. Oh, unless there's like dialogues so you can clearly, this person speaking to Michelangelo type of thing. You have no idea what the fuck who they are.
That was a very poor design choice.
Well, originally in the Mirage they all had red bananas.
Yeah.
And so,
Red bananas.
So when they made the cartoon show, that was a way to differentiate them. Like they had different bandanas, and that's why they also added the belt buckles, so you would know, because there was always animation mistakes in that show anyway.
So Splinter was like, it's too confusing. Put a letter on your belt.
Well, see, my favorite thing in that, it's something that they never do it ever again. In the first episode, when they first meet April and they're walking above ground, like she keeps getting them confused. She's like, April, why are they doing that? I have no idea, Leonardo. I'm Raphael. Oh, I'm sorry.
Racist.
You think all turtles look the same?
Racist.
You were designed that way, yes.
I kind of wish the turtles would like meet April, and then they would look at her belt buckle and be like, I don't know what to call you. There's no letter in there. There's no letter.
Oh, heck, that's nice to meet you, Levi.
Levi's.
You think that tracks for the
Warren.
jeans?
I kind of want them to have scenes where like Master Splinter is just sitting there and he's like, that's right, Michelangelo. He's gotta check the belt.
He's written on his hand. Blue is Leonardo.
It was spelled wrong.
We should have there should be
The ends backwards.
there should be
Liho. Leo.
Liho.
Spells of Tommy.
Dano.
Dano. Hey Dano.
You suppose it Drano?
It was the names of the turtles were originally a shopping list, and Donnie was originally Drano.
Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Drano. My name is Donnie Masters. I can tell you whatever.
I mutated you.
It's like he has Leo, but it's misspelled, and then it's like purple. Billy. Red.
It's like Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, Fred,
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
Jonesy. Originally in the original lineup, Donatello did have a different name. Like I forget, it was a different Renaissance painting. It began with a B, like
Billy.
No, seriously,
Roll off the tongue.
I forget exactly what it was, but I think they changed it to Donatello to give it more like. So you'd have Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, so that the names would match better, which it actually it makes for a good line in Secret of the Ooze when they're introduced and Michelangelo goes, all the best names end in O. 10 flips now!
I love that that's a punishment. Like, what? If I could flip, I would. If I could eat feet, I would.
No one's stopping you.
If I could fuck, I would.
Okay. You have to speak to your spouse about that one, Jonathan.
That's what it says. It says fuck.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Crash Bash.
T-H-O-K.
Crash Bash.
Oh god, that
Crash
show was terrible. Or that game was terrible.
It's also a Transformer.
Crash Bash?
Because they can't use the actual name, which I forget, so they changed the name into Crash Bash.
Do 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 do.
Oh yeah, that reminds me now that Donnie and Mikey are on the screen right now.
B-Team.
Originally, the voice of Donnie auditioned for Mikey
In the show?
Yeah, and the voice for Mikey originally auditioned for Donnie,
Huh.
but the voice director thought they sounded better if they switched.
Yeah, Michelangelo's voice for Donatello would not have worked.
I thought that story was going to be something like the guy who plays Mikey originally auditioned for Donatello, and the guy who plays Donatello originally auditioned for Leonardo, and they told him to fuck off. But then somebody died, so they had to put him in the show.
Well, speaking about, you know what's interesting? The voice director for the 4-Kid show, Susan Blue, was the voice director for the original series.
Oh wow!
Also, well, speaking of replacement actors, it kind of fits in with Ninja Turtles in Ratchet and Clank. In Ratchet 1, Ratchet was voiced by I forget the gentleman's name, but he voiced Michelangelo in the TMNT movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But then from Ratchet 2 onwards, he's voiced by James Arnold Taylor, who was Leonardo in TMNT.
Hardly even a walk.
Which, for kids normally, they have their group of actors. But
Sonic Adventure 2.
brown. But in part of the contract is Peter Laird, one of the co-creators. He was a creative director on the show, and I think I know.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's fucking scary.
It's like the Cheshire Cat.
I want to make that really big and just put it in my son's room and scare the shit out of him when she grows
It's
up.
like the clown bed in The Simpsons.
I can't sleep. Donnie will eat me. Can't sleep. Donnie will eat me. But what the fuck was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
About the voice actors.
Oh, but yeah. So Peter Laird was like, for like background characters, I don't cast who you want, but for the Turtles, we have to like actually search for people. We can't just like have your 5 like main members. So it's like same thing with when they went on to do TMNT, because there's sort of like celebrities in there. But the director Kevin Monroe was like, we thought for that we can't just give the Turtles celebrity voices. We have to find people who will suit them. So that's why in all of the like promotional materials they don't interview any of the Turtle voice actors. It's just like Sam Shugeta and Chris Evans and all that.
Chris Evans was he
Casey
Mikey?
Jones. Casey Jones.
I mean Casey Jones.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Mikey Jones.
Mikey Jones.
Tornado. Your diet is terrible.
My what?
Your diet is terrible.
Not enough carbs, too much feet.
It's all natural. It's all natural.
Due to the
Shellnado.
laws of physics, when he jumps off the truck and starts hovering, he should immediately fly off the truck, because he can't be moving at the same velocity the truck is. So Michelangelo should be dead.
No, he's just really fast. he's the fastest turtle.
He's like swimming in midair.
This is the longest road in New York.
This is the longest truck trail in New York.
And you think no one noticed these turtles fighting?
Also, how can you drive this fast in a New York City street?
That's what I'm saying. This is very unrealistic. up until this level, this game made perfect sense. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, no robots, dads.
I do. You know, I will say it's a small thing, but I like the wind, like all of the headbands are always facing against it. Even like on the foot soldiers, even when you face towards it, like small, very very small thing. But
do you feel any resistance in the gameplay? Like, is there any like?
No, like if you stand still, it'll push you backwards. But
that's nice.
And, like you move a bit slower than you normally do.
Okay.
Like somebody get that fucking spotlight off us, all right? We're ninjas for Christ's sakes. Who is following us with that spotlight? Seriously.
I think
There was a two
there's
helicopter
big
helicopter.
Don't correct me, TJ.
I'm gonna correct you if you're being a dumbass.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I will say
Shell City, Shellnado.
the designs for these foot soldiers might be my favorite in the franchise.
Really?
Well, I think they have a cool design.
like they're really menacing.
Anytime they're not robots. Because
Was
they're
that-
not robots in this, right?
No, not robots in here.
Cool,
And you know
good.
what? You know what I like about the show? Like, you know, from the beginning, the foot soldiers, they're kind of a threat when they first meet, and then after a while, they just become like they're jokes. But like in
Yeah.
season 4, there's a plot point where they're a threat again. They like Karai trains them to
Yeah.
be better, so they kick the turtles' asses more. I like that because it's like in the Nickelodeon show. Whenever they bring in a new mutant, it's like hard for a few episodes, and they just get the crap out of it.
That's every action series ever. It's like, oh, you're hard to beat, and then 2 episodes later, hee, I win.
Well, I mean, it's a sad day when like in the Nickelodeon show, it gets to the point where like Casey Jones can easily defeat Razar with like no effort whatsoever. Well, I guess in the original show, like Bebop and Rocksteady are a threat in season 1, and then starting season 2, they're just a joke.
Yeah.
Which that's one thing I like about IDW and even Nickelodeon. Like they've kind of kept Bebop and Rocksteady a threat. I don't get why Bebop's a threat really in the next show. Aside from the fact that he can turn invisible, like who gives a shit?
Just a skinny pig.
Yeah,
Skinny pig.
I
Don't
love
trust a skinny pig.
I love Bebop and Rocksteady in the IDW, but they're dumb as fuck, but they're so strong. Like they're so entertaining in the IDW, but
I know that you admire strength, Gareth.
especially for me, big boy.
Oh yeah. Feet of strength. I'm just lifting stuff. You can't. No, just chairs, tables,
He's
whatever.
actually lifting all of us right now. We're playing this game on Jonathan's back.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Atlas here.
Yeah, and this is our first introduction to foot tech soldiers.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
They turn invisible. But I also mentioned they're really strong. No, you kind of didn't. That episode is one of my favorite moments in the entire series. Where again, Raphael and Casey Jones start like fighting these foot tech soldiers. But they're super strong, so that they knock him out. Raphael gets kidnapped by Han to be interrogated, and Casey gets the other turtles. At the end of the episode, they're fighting a lot of them, and one of them kind of catches Casey unannounced, and like they're standing above this big river, and the foot tech shoulder has him, and Casey goes like, "Throw down your weapons, or I'll drop him." And Casey just goes, "No, guys, don't do it. I'm not worth it." And Donatello goes, "You know, he's got a point." And Leonardo goes like, "It's starting to sound like Mikey, Don." That's his. I thought that Donatello goes like, "You know, he's got a point." No, obviously don't. If you know when it says fallen objects, they mean that.
So just.
You can only wear it for 10 minutes. He ain't kidding.
Well, why don't the objects fall when they fall in it? Just when you fall in it?
It's just they only fall if someone goes in there. They're really.
Go in there.
Just like in real life.
Why? It's like the sky is pooping on you. He's like Tails.
Feats.
Feats.
It's Sonic's new sidekick. Feats.
Sorry, Tails. You're obsolete.
It's me, Feats.
Oh my god, he's got 2 feet.
Feats the turtle.
Feet soccer.
That's basketball.
No basketball.
That's what it's gonna be.
Nipples baseball.
Emmy Rogue Tennis.
Rogue Dennis.
So 2017
Commercials
feats
of
the
golf.
turtle.
Because this will be going up after our Secret Rings LP, I'm so glad we stopped. We like, halfway through a part, we just decided to watch that. Ain't me wrong, Dennis.
So sad. Chris Thorndike, street thug.
Where does a boy like that go so wrong? I'll tell you where, it's the damn hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs are a bad influence.
Corrupted our youth.
He should have never been hanging out with an anthropomorphic hedgehog in the first place. He was a young boy.
All he cares about is rings. Nothing but rings.
He was corrupted
They call him the Rain Kid.
to the core.
He goes around stealing rings.
Chris
It's an
Thorndike had too much potential until that damn Sonic the Hedgehog.
I imagine like Chris like in a bar and like what like somebody whispering to another person like what happened to him and he just slams his fist down. Sonic.
Hedgehogs, man. Can't trust the
What
hedgehog.
does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Speed, I want speed.
I know what that means.
He
What's the
means
meaning
well.
of this?
So does he move as fast as Sonic or not as fast as Sonic?
Tell you what, Big Kid. He's got a lot of heart.
This is
But not enough speed.
Ain't one of them.
That's how
You fucking made it the whole way except for the last one, you idiot.
you know we need
fucked.
I think the next Olympic Games should drop Mario and it should be Sonic and Turtles at the Olympic Games.
Why? So it can sell less copies than it does now?
That would be the biggest. What the fuck? Sonic and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
love it
at the real Olympic Games.
I would love it if they went to an event and just the audience went away screaming because there's giant turtles about to run 100.
But how is that different than a giant hedgehog? It looks nothing like a hedgehog.
Or a giant dragon.
Turtles it's out of the question.
I can't wait until we get the sequel and in canon to Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but with Sonic, and then Raphael's just like, this is where Batman's parents died, Sonic.
Batman's not in the book.
But for some reason, Sonic and the Turtles are in Gotham. This is it, Sonic the Hedgehog. This is where Batman told me his parents died.
Who's on Batman? Sonic just is like, hey, I want to see where Batman's parents died.
It's
He's
a
like,
tourist
I know what that
attraction.
is.
And to the right, we see this is where Batman's parents died. Ooh.
They have to buy tickets.
No flash photography, please.
It attracts the criminal element.
No flash photography. The flash turns over camera. Oh.
I kind of wished in that book, Batman was like, this is it, Raphael, this is where my parents died, and Raphael's like, wait a minute, so I made you Bruce Wayne, and then he kills Raphael.
No, what he does is, this is it, Raphael. This is where I watched Mask of Zorro. Oh wait, no, where my parents died.
This is where I got scared and wet my pants in a theater, and my dad was embarrassed and took me home.
It was the worst Friday ever.
We should have Raphael. This is where I wet myself.
But I couldn't change my pants because my parents got killed.
This was the most awkward evening ever.
I had to walk all the way home.
So Jim Gordon was like, kid, you stink. Sorry your parents died, but really, learn to control your bladder.
I want to remake Batman Begins. He puts the coat on me. Push yourself, give my coat back.
You stink, kid.
Jesus, what are you? 2? Go back to diaper training.
You got a shit neck? Is that what you come to, kid?
Alfred's like, I'm
Big
so
water
shit.
bottle, big dirt bottle, big urine bottle.
And then Alfred tries to stick up to him, and he's like, hey, I personally potty trained him.
Well, you did a bad job.
No, Bruce, I'm sorry your parents died, but everybody's got problems.
I'm divorced. I got a mortgage.
You stink.
I'm sorry your parents died, but you stink!
No, he says, you stink, that you stink. I'm sure your parents died, but...
Oh man.
It's okay. His parents have been dead for 75 years, so it's enough time.
Too soon, dude. The wound's always fresh.
Like the pee.
He hasn't changed his dance.
He's still...
That's why the circle is yellow in the back.
It's a reminder. Just stays in his piss pants.
It's like, okay, so in the Batcave, you have the costume for Batman, Robin, Batgirl, Jason Todd, and then the yellow stained underwear.
It took him 60 years, but he finally changed it.
He takes one step out and he's like, no, go back. I'm like, oh, Beals.
I can't live like this.
Yes, Father, I shall become a big boy.
So this, so earlier when I said this game kind of follows season 1, this is completely original, like unique to this game. None of this happens in season 1 of the show.
It's
Like,
original the character.
well, I think this essentially is Metalhead, but like they call it Metal Turtle. But he shows up at a later point in the show, but not in season 1.
My hyper metal turtle. See, I have no idea what's going on. I just know that Batman's involved.
In what? With this game?
Right?
Yeah, Batman's a secret character if you play hard enough.
if you believe enough.
If you believe enough, maybe you can be Batman. So this trick is he has all Turtle's weapons. In the show, what they do to defeat him is that they switch weapons.
What?
Because it's programmed to face Leonardo with swords and shit, so they change weapons. Which I like the idea that I always prefer it when they can actually use their weapons. I hated it in the next show where they switch weapons for an episode. They're completely like, oh, what do I do? It's like I'm pretty sure if you know how to use swords, you can handle a bow staff type of thing. That I always thought that was really stupid. It's weird because the first comic book based on that show, before they retooled it, it started with a free comic book day. Issue before the actual issue 1 started, and the first issue is them changing their weapons, and like they handled it fine. So I was always just like, I'm pretty sure they could use the weapon.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I don't think the TV show cared at all about the comics. So.
Well, not even that. Like in the very first episode, like it starts with like them fighting each other. There's a moment where Raphael takes Donatello's bow staff and he's like using it. I'm like, so he can clearly use it.